Power and a mother's role in her modern daughter's divorce hourly, one in Dhaka by Ohidur. As the title suggests, this short feature article will focus on two of the reasons behind hourly divorce rate recently published in a statistical survey. The readers are advised to realize that these two reasons are not anyway the only reasons. Power and competition go hand in hand. As long as you are powerful, you are safe. As long as you are in competition, your power plays a vital role. An elder brother can grab father's land. It is not disobedience because he is powerful. The younger brother slips his tongue with bad words to his elder brother, it is disobedience. Hence, the problem persists. Who can ensure the equality of human rights and privileges? Since the inception of human existence, the imbalance of power between a husband and a wife prevails, so does the misuse of power. We do not know much of what had happened long past. Still we can guess, male folks were with huge more power than their wives. It is so, only because the wife was amidst her husband and her in-laws. Virtually, she was alone, and in other words, she was powerless. In exceptional cases, we heard about some husbands who were living with their in-laws. Probably with no exceptions, these husbands were far more tortured and powerless than those wives with their in-laws. It is because many of the fathers-in-law were in favor of their daughters-in-law. Contrarily, none of the mothers-in-law were presumably in favor of their sons-in-law. In course of so long time, females have realized the fact that they are vulnerable and must be united. One example may be cited here. The wife has already told or discussed something confidential with even the maid servant and all the neighbors, but she will never tell or discuss it with her husband. It is only because her husband is male and her servant is female. Her conclusion is that a male can never be her confidant, he is her arch-rival or even an enemy, so far as confidentiality is concerned. Now the overall situation is almost upside down. Females are strongly united and are proceeding with caution. The mother pledges not to let her daughter work at home. She knows her daughter will start living in her husband's house sooner or later. She is sure her daughter will remain subject to torture due to her powerlessness. She wants all the happiness of her daughter preserved until her wedding. Now her daughter is married and her only son stays outside most of the time. She is not always alone, but she is mostly feeling lonely without her daughter. Besides, she has a grandchild recently. She keeps visiting her daughter and the child. Her daughter also visits her frequently. And when they are together, the daughter expresses her unhappiness over trifle issues against her husband, if no serious occurrences. At one point, the daughter comes back to her mother's house. Nowadays, it is not her father's house. It makes her mother happy. She is no more lonely. She loves to gossip with her daughter and enjoys playing with her grandchild. Interestingly, her daughter was unhappy with her spouse. He did not take her to shopping frequently. He did not give her surprises with flowers, cosmetics, dresses and ornaments desirably. The other unhappiness is that her husband's income falls far short of her expectations. Many males borrow a substantial amount of money for wedding grandeur. She knows well that it is her first and last marriage in her life. As such, she cannot avoid the most expensive wedding dress, the appropriate community center and other deserving arrangements. As a result, the husband's monthly income is deducted due to the loan cut. The overall situations get out of his hands, and gradually, the family tension heightens. The quarrels ensue and her mother becomes more interested in having her daughter in her own residence. In the passing days, the conjugal happiness weakens and the couple breaks their compatibility of living together. In these circumstances, the mother has got to play a vital role before and after the marriage. Some recommendations may be prescribed as follows. She has to infuse some positive sides of cooperation, togetherness, tolerance, sacrifices, and above all, the religious and social importance of respect for her husband. She should be impartial, though it is usually beyond her means. In BTV Note and Kuri competitions, 5 mothers or guardians had 20 marks in hand. When her child performed, she gave 18 out of 20. Most regrettably, when another child performed, she gave 5 marks. On average, the guardian marking remained the same. What it means is that she should consider both sides, her daughter and her son-in-law. She should be as impartial as shown in A Passage to India by E.M. Forster. He treated in his novel both Indians and Britishers equally and impartially. She must bear it in her mind that they are not competitors. They are co-workers, co-inhabitants and two wings of the same flying bird. And her daughter is the alternative engine, not the main engine for running the family. It is because the husbands are usually elder, more educated, more experienced, and their managerial faculty is relatively sharper and more competent. For example, when you travel inside Dhaka, you take your beautiful car. When you go for Eid festival at a distance, take a stronger and bigger vehicle. Similarly, when it comes to homestead, she is preferred. She needs to know homemaking far better than her husband. In case of social gatherings, she will decide how to make her beautiful and attractive. It does not necessarily mean that she should take the whole day and all the money. Ramadan does not mean the month of shopping for upcoming Eid. It means far more that it is the month of perseverance and virtues. The mother needs to clarify, he does not talk to his female friends only. If he calls 10 males, he may call a female. Depending on various observations, daughter must understand the type of her husband, whether he falls to the sexually promiscuous group or to the tolerable side. In other words, mother needs to be careful whether her daughter's allegations and complaints are rational. In case they are true, she should discuss with some others and take necessary measures to lessen the faults, not to eradicate them. However, there are many other considerations in order that the husband treats her well and the wife cooperates in the relationship with respect and other norms. Thanks for watching.